Also, here we go, like not in terrible bathroom lighting. Had a hair disaster and my girl, she fixed it up and I kind of like it. I haven't really gone with a color quite like this before and I really like it. I'm really pale right now though. Okay guys, so I really want to touch on my skincare routine. So right now I'm having, like, this isn't even the best day to be talking about this necessarily because you might look at my skin and just think that's not that bad. I would say like a week ago, I had giant, painful, like 20 pimples kind of around my mouth. But I feel like now that my skin is a little bit nicer, I was like, oh, you know what? I should really talk about, I think, like my skincare routine because it's been really helpful. I've had much better skin over quarantine. I think that's attributed to not wearing as much makeup, but also just I've been kind of playing around with the products that I use and I've had these ones for a while, so I already knew that they were okay on my skin, but I changed up my combo. Cleanser. I would normally be showing you right now the Fresh Soy Cleanser. That is like the one that I use all the time. It's really gentle, it's really nice, it's great and everything. I would be using that one, but I just ran out of it, so I need to buy more. I have been using this Kylie Skin one, but I don't know if I love it. This is actually like basically empty. So this is the Clinique Clarifying Lotion. I'm sure that there are many different ones out there. I just had a giant bottle of this one and I wanted to go through it. So this one is the number 2. It is the, which one? This is the Dry Combination Skin one. It's not actually, I wouldn't say it's a lotion. It's like very watery. It's an exfoliator. So I will just put that onto like a swab or whatever and I will rub that onto my face. I will use it basically kind of as a toner. I've found that using that has actually been really helpful for my skin in general. It helps it look more alive and whatever, but it definitely helped with some of my acne and sort of balancing out my skin, I would say. So I really enjoy that one. I kind of go in between, I mix these up a little bit. So I often use a vitamin C serum. So this one is the Glow recipe. This is the Pineapple C Bright Serum. And I'm about halfway through my bottle here. I really like this. I love using a vitamin C. I think it's really good. It helps especially with my like acne kind of dark spots or any healing scars or anything like that. It helps a lot with just brightening my skin back up again and getting it more even tone and stuff, which is really important. When you have any acne scarring or any discoloration from healed acne and stuff like that, using something that's gonna help rebalance all of it. I find that that really works for me and my skin, but this has also been a very long battle of going back and forth. So that was definitely one thing. So I actually have already put this on. I'm gonna put this on right now just because I really like it. I also like that it does smell a little bit pineapple-y. My skin responds just fine to vitamin C serums. I haven't really had too many issues. I do have a few. I've used the Ulla Henriksen Clean Skin Club Vitamin C Brightening Booster. I will use it. It's fine. I've tested it and everything and it's great. It's just like, I'm gonna use this one up and then I'll move over to that one kind of thing. Then the next thing that I would say that I use is an AHA or like a BHA or whatever. Lactic acid is okay on my skin, not amazing. An AHA is a alpha hydroxy acid, so it's gonna be helpful with eating up and removing those dead skin cells, any clogged pores, stuff like that. I made the mistake at one point of using it every day. That's too much. Like that's too much. You're over exfoliating your skin at this point, especially like if I'm using this or something. So I use this one and I can use this one every day. It doesn't do anything bad to my skin. I think it's a little bit more gentle. Something like this is a stronger percentage, 14% AHA slash BHA slash flower acids. So it's definitely got a bit of punch to it. If you have super sensitive skin, and I do have sensitive skin, this one's not too bad, but I would say only using it maybe like 2-3 max times a week, and you can definitely feel like the burny tingles and all of that, but it's doing its job. The other thing that I want to talk about is moisturizers. This is a huge revelation for me as of lately. I had been using so many different like acne geared products. It was just like this face wash is for acne, this lotion is for acne, this serum is for acne, this and this and this. Everything was specifically for acne because I was freaking out because I was young and I didn't understand, and I was doing everything I could to kill all of the acne on my face. And because I have polycystic ovarian syndrome, so much of that is actually just hormonal. Like, I needed to get my hormones in balance as well as work on my skincare routine. So I kind of realized that it's drying the crap out of my skin. And the more dry my skin becomes, the more I break out. And you're just like, why is this happening to me? What am I doing wrong? I don't understand. And I realized the more and more moisturizer I put onto my face and the more like moisturizing, I guess, products that I was using, I was like, oh, my skin is a lot happier now. So that's been a huge thing. Then I kind of almost went too far the other way. I was using these really, really intensive, thick, creamy moisturizers. I don't always need that. I do suffer from eczema as well. The one year I got it like really bad on my face and like around my hairline and stuff like that. And that's a whole different issue entirely. I got it really bad under my eyes. I had an allergic reaction at one point under my eyes. I think that was in my Glossier review, which is like one of my first videos. So I can link that as well. You can see just like how bad the reaction was under my eyes. And I used the Laneige Intensive Moisture Cream and it was great. It helped so much and it's really, really good for those like extra dry spots. But I was using it on my entire face all the time and then I was like, this isn't kind of working the way I want it to anymore either. In with this skincare routine, using like a gel based one where like I'm not using all these crazy heavy products anymore, nothing too drying, nothing too moisturizing, just like a happy in between for my all over skin, not geared towards my acne specifically. Besides like, I mean, I guess it kind of has some benefits towards acne, but it's not like this is specifically for acne or anything. You know, this is for brightening. This is for rejuvenation of your skin. This is for like many, many reasons. It just kind of also helps with acne sometimes. I have the Laneige Water Sleeping Mask. That's what this is called, this one. And I kind of started just using that one as a day cream as well. You need very little. It's like a decently sized product. This is 2.3 floral ounces. So I was like, okay, like this is a decent amount. I don't need a lot because it spreads really nicely. And I just, you know, again, quarantine. I just kind of was like, all right, not wearing makeup, letting it do its thing. And I was like, oh, you know what? My skin isn't too dry. Just kept on using it and it's been great. So there was that. And then I also have this. This is also the Glow Recipe. I think I quite enjoy Glow Recipe all over as a brand. I wasn't sure. I thought maybe because of the colors and the smells, because this is like candy. This is like a Jolly Rancher watermelon. Like that's what it smells like and I'm about it. But this is the Watermelon Glow Sleeping Mask. So again, this is for like radiance and softening and everything for your skin. I can use this during the day and under makeup as well, which I do. Sometimes I will like mix the two a little bit and it's fine. This one, I like using this one as well. This is just the moisturizer. Not quite as heavy, not quite as greasy, like whatever. My skin all over has been responding really well to it. My skin is like softer, it's brighter, my acne scars heal faster. Like just in general, my skin, not my problematic skin, not my pimple areas, but like my skin is happier. Treating your skin without treating the acne. If you pretend that you don't have acne, what kind of skin type do you have? And this was something that I thought I knew for so long and took so much trial and error. You're just like, this shouldn't be this complicated or anything. But you know, I went to Sephora, I went to these places where like, these people are not necessarily qualified to answer my skincare needs. You know, they're not dermatologists. They're just recommending things that they've like gotten to know, products they've gotten to know, talking to people and customers who have similar problems and then recommending based off of what those people buy. And that's fine, that's great, you know, they're doing their best and stuff. But I bought a lot of products and spent a lot of money on things I did not need and that did not work for my skin for years. Accumulatively, I've spent thousands of dollars on skincare because why wouldn't you want to feel confident in your skin? Like who doesn't want that, right? I'm an adult with acne. I don't know, you have this like stigma where you feel gross and whatever, but then at the same time, when I see other people with acne, I don't think about it. I don't think about their acne. I'm not like fixated on it. I don't think that they're gross or anything like that. I'm just like, oh, okay, like yeah, you're a human being with skin. That's like great. On occasion, when I get a bad pimple or something, I use this. This is the Kate Somerville Eradicate, and This is perfect. This is spot treatment. So I'm not overly drying out everywhere on my face. I'm not treating my entire face as if it's one giant pimple or something, and I'm just spot treating it. And usually with that, especially if I put it on sort of before a pimple fully surfaces or anything, it's gone like by the next day, maybe like a really bad one, like 3 days kind of thing. It'll be gone. That's been my kind of game as of lately, and it's been working a lot. Is my face perfect and cleared and stuff? No, I have weird hormone imbalance. My life just is like, and it is what it is, but I'm accepting it into my life, and it's reduced itself significantly. That breakout that I had like a week ago, I hadn't had one like that in like 5 months. It was just so random, and I had no idea. I was being more careful then after. I was like assessing what I was eating. Was I wearing too much makeup? Was I wearing problematic makeup? Was I wearing expired makeup? Like my hormones in general, like lady time, that kind of thing. So many factors that go into all of it. Consulting a nutritionist or like a dermatologist or something, great. I have gone to the doctor about my acne before. I was given pills that were awful. I dried out my skin terribly. I was given like a prescription topical cream that was awful, like just all this stuff. And I was so young and I was just like destroying my skin. So the fact that I found kind of a regimen that works for me has been really, really great. And I'm really happy with it. If you struggle with difficult skin, if you struggle with acne, with like anything like that, leave me some words in the comments here. Like, I want to know what kind of skincare that you guys use, what you find really works for you. Okay guys, so it's the next day and I was thinking I might as well show you what else I do. I think I'm gonna film like my skincare that I've been using lately for like my acne and stuff, but I was like, this is gonna be such a short video. Like, I would much rather talk about what I do after, especially for like makeup and stuff, how I cover it without looking cakey, like a very, very low-key, just like a fresh, as if it's like your skin but better, like that kind of thing. So that's what we're gonna do. And I kind of had you zoomed in pretty decently close, but I think I'm gonna zoom you in even further. I'm gonna get real vulnerable. I mean, I kind of do that already all the time. You guys have seen my bad skin before, but I'm just gonna show you what we're working with right now, and then what I would do to just kind of cover it up. This is not like a full coverage, like anything like that. Like, I want you to still feel like it's you under there, but just a little bit enhanced, a little bit nicer, and make you get like that confidence that you probably need, because I know I need it too. Let's just do that. Really glowy, healthy looking skin. Very low key. It's gonna be awesome. Okay, so first things first. You guys know this. If you watch my videos, I talk about this shit all the time. Okay, so the L'Oreal Lumi Glotions, I always call them gloomy lotions, but it's Lumi Glotions. So they have multiple colors. I believe it's 901 to 904. 904 is the darkest to my knowledge. I have not seen any darker ones lately, but like, I also haven't looked in quite a while. I have 3 of the 4. The 903 is pretty well about my skin tone. It is also a great dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury. It's like the same thing. I'm not even joking. Here, let me like swatch this for you. The Charlotte one is a little bit more like actual skin toned, so I guess if that's your jam, but I always mix it anyway. So I'm gonna use the Smashbox Primerizer mixed with the 903 just because I want like a luminous base. Nice and hydrated. When I have more of a tan, I'll use the 904, or if like I have a tan on like the rest of my body but not really on my face, I'll kind of use the 904 to bring it up a little bit. They are also amazing dupes for these. These are Cover FX Custom Enhancer Drops. They are great. This one is Candlelight, and I also have Silver Light. What's it called? Sunlight. On occasion, I will actually just like mix all of them together with a tinted moisturizer. I've been really into not using tinted moisturizer lately, but today I want to. So this is the Tarte Guard in the shade Light because I'm pale. I'm mixing like the smallest amount. Sneak in a little bit of luminosity here. I'm going to just use whatever's on one of my hands because I have like way more product on this side. I'm gonna really spread that out. And this is not about coverage. For tinted moisturizer, I love just massaging it in. I feel like it's very like Gen Z friendly. Like if you have like kind of like high school age, this is like really nice makeup for that, especially like when I was in high school. Oh my god, how old was I? I don't even remember how old I was when Sephora came to Canada. And then on top of it, everything's so expensive. And my mom was like, I'm not buying you that and whatever. And so like I got my makeup from the drugstore. And at the time, this wasn't even very long ago, and at the time, anything that was pale enough, because I was just pale and like fake tanner wasn't a thing for me and whatever. I didn't have the luxuries I do today. All really, really pale makeup. Very similar to the way that there were never dark enough shades. There was also only really, really light shades that were either extremely pink or extremely yellow. And I always looked like really weird. I could never get anything that matched my like ghostly skin tone either. So that was also aggravating, but first world problems. I actually just talked to my aunt on the phone the other day and I was like, do you remember that one time I was like 17 and you picked me up and I was in the car or whatever and you looked over at me and you went, girl, your face is orange right now. And she was like, I didn't say that. Oh my God, I'm the worst and whatever. And I was laughing and I was like, no, you're right. Like, I'm pretty sure we went to a store and bought different makeup for me. So the next thing that I want to do is just sort of spot conceal, because really like that base didn't do very much. Do you see how my Glossier is almost empty? Like, I need to suck it up and I need to order more. But anyway, so all I'm gonna do here, again, not focusing on the acne at all. This is just personal preference. You don't have to do this, just because I do get like redness. And also I ate something that I might be allergic to and it just kind of, I felt like rashy, kind of, not like bad, but just like a little bit weird and irritated. So all I'm gonna do is just around my natural always, no matter how beautiful my skin is, just a couple of my like little more red parts. I'm just gonna kind of highlight them a little bit. And that was like I did not dig this in. I like dabbed it ever so slightly. So there's very little product here. And then anything that I'm like blending and whatever, I'm gonna also just kind of a little bit under my eye. And I'm really taking that small amount of product that I do have and just kind of blending it out here. I had a brief intermission there because Kyle needed to shower, so I just sat here and waited. Let's get into spot concealing. Spot concealing is a difficult thing. So like way back when, and I mean sometimes still, like, you know, you watch, let's say like Nikki tutorials, for example. That girl loves a full beat. She blank canvases her entire face. Can't even imagine being that good at anything. So there's that, but for a more natural look, so as you can see here, now this is not bad. Even the couple of pimples and discoloration I had around here, like these are not terrible. I do have like another older video on this, but I definitely on this side of my face especially. This side's not too bad. I have like a little bit in here, just a smidge, like a little baby guy. Like there's nothing awful happening here, but just a little bit, right? Really I'm more problematic in like the center of my face. So now I would say using almost like an eyeshadow brush, but using something like this is really, really great for spot concealing. This is a clean brush, I cleaned it recently, amazing, I know. But using like the stretch concealer on, say, you know, even on something like this, it would be totally fine, just because like right in here, for example, is not really that bad as far as my skin goes. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. If you have like those big, aggressive, those real mean sons of bitches, like everywhere, I would definitely recommend like the NARS concealer, this one. Even though it's a matte concealer, and if you have dry skin or whatever, it's like another layer of skin almost, so that one's really, really good. Lightly dab, and I'm gonna zoom you guys in so that you can see. When you're doing this, I think the real key here is one, like matching your skin tone, amazing. Dabbing the center or the most like discolored part of it into the area that you need, obviously, just like going around, dabbing those more aggressive parts, and then blending outward. So like just making sure that you're blending those edges out and softening it into the rest of your skin. My neck, I believe, is a different color from the rest of my face. So just between us, don't bring it up. And that's like all I do. And I do this even with my really bad pimples as well. I'll just kind of like build up and blend around. I love motorcycles. It's so nice, isn't it fun being fun? Something small and precise though is really key here. So let's do this guy. And that guy right there. And just... I kind of have this old healing. There's like nothing really on my brush now. So just like that discoloration that I had. My skin still looks like skin. It does not feel cakey at all, and my skin still feels light. I don't feel like I'm wearing a ton of makeup at all. 2-3 kind of types of people here. There's gonna be the type who like wants to wear a full beat. There's gonna be someone who wants like a little bit of like all over, but like a really light layer. And then there's gonna be people who do like the absolute, like either nothing or bare minimum of like, maybe they wear like mascara and that's absolutely it. So depending on what you're doing, but I think that if you are somebody who wants like a lighter look, your skin but better. So my last pimple trick is something that I use in like all of my videos, where any ones that are raised up, or if I want to have like the fake freckle thing, but I always, especially like if you're not using like a freckle color, so something that's not quite as warm toned, but using something like this that's a little bit more like ashy or something, making it look like a mole for a raised up one, that is, if I had done that in high school, if I knew to even do that, if it even crossed my mind, if somebody had ever told me, if I'd seen a video on it, something, that would have changed my life. Pop that on, push in, so it's not too vibrant. I'm gonna do a couple scattered, just like random, just so it looks like maybe I just have some moles on my face. And I'm completely content with having different moles or freckles every day of my life. It's great, really awesome trick, perfect, amazing. This is also super quick. I feel like I'm taking time explaining it. I can do this entire look in like less than 5 minutes, so that's also great if you're in school or you're just like not a makeup gal. The fact that it takes so little time, like my everyday life, like this is it. This is me in all of my glory. From my BoxyCharm, this Ace Beauty like bronzer palette, and I always do my faux I always do my faux moles or freckles before I put on like any powders or anything, because I feel like it looks a little bit more natural when you kind of go over them a bit. Just like a really light wash. I also love taking it across my nose. And you gotta shrink down that forehead a little bit. I used to have a 5 head when I was a kid. My forehead was just like way too big for my life. And I grew into it, thank goodness. And I'm just gonna take this same bronzer color and I'm gonna put it in my crease here. That was super easy. I'm gonna take a just like brow color here. This one is like dark, but I like it. My roots look a little bit more warm toned. This lighting is like not key to life either, but they look a little bit more warm toned since my situation happened. There's a situation, there's a hair fiasco. It's fine. There, so just like a light little brush up of your brows. The other thing too, so just like a little bit of highlight, I think that when you feel like your skin is either really dry or like ducky, or if highlight's just like your jam, using a natural one. So this Essence Make Me Glow Liquid Highlighter is so natural and pretty looking. There is a darker one as well, like more of a kind of caramel color, but it's really pretty. It doesn't look like a highlight. Like there's no sparkle or anything at all to it. It is just this slightly heightened shine, and I think it's because it's ever so slightly like it's pink champagne-y toned. In broad daylight, it doesn't look like highlighter, but it does give you this look that you guys are seeing right here. It just looks like your skin is doing that, which I'm obsessed with, like this glow from within. Put a little bit just on like the center of my lid. This is what I do. I have like a little bit left on my hands and I start putting it like everywhere. I'm enjoying this kind of like really subtle bronzy look, so I'm gonna take my ColourPop Super Shock Cheek in quarters, and I'm gonna use this as my blush. It's like a little bit orangey, brownish, like a little intense. So I put it on really lightly. And I like to use a stippling brush for this just because it's a kind of interesting formula. And anything kind of left over, I'll kind of blend up and into my forehead just to kind of bring it all together. A little bit on my nose. Just like your favorite or your only mascara, whichever. This is from the Shoppers. It's like a $3 or $4 mascara, and I actually really like it. It's very like natural looking. An Essence one. I really like Essence from the drugstore. I think it's really nice. They also have like 20 different mascaras. It's insane. I feel like maybe my eyelashes have gotten a little bit longer, which like, it's a big deal. If you've been watching me, you know I have like little bitch eyelashes. Like they're not good. And then I'm just gonna take like a clear, it has like a subtle gold sparkly to it, but it's not. And I'm just gonna dab it. I don't want a lot. That's all I do for like an everyday kind of look. Healthy, glowing, pretty, like my skin looks so nice in person. It doesn't look like I'm wearing any heavy makeup at all. Like it looks like maybe I'm wearing a little bit of bronzer and blush, like my mascara and stuff, but like that's it. You can't tell that I have pimples. When you just aren't feeling confident, having something that looks undetectable that way is such a good feeling. The amount of times that I get told like, oh my God, you have such beautiful skin. And I'm like, you don't know my life or my struggles. You don't know what I've been through. It's a really, really good feeling to have somebody think that you just have like amazing skin and you're like, it's a lie. I want you to feel that way. So that's all I want for you. That's all I want for everyone. Under no circumstance am I saying that what I do for my skin will work for yours. We're all so different. It's crazy. And like our bodies react to things differently. We all have different like causes for acne and stuff like that. It's just a pain in the butt. But when it comes to makeup and it comes to covering it up and it just like the spot concealing kind of jam, I've got you. This is foolproof for me. I hope you guys really liked it, and I'm gonna see you in my next video.